watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access. You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access. You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access. You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access.
You're watching CP Access.
Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of CP Access. Now that your project plan is approved, it is time to start working on logging the hours that you worked on for your project. It is essential you keep track of your progress by updating your project tasks you've created. Keeping track of your progress will allow you to foresee problems with time and money, enabling you to manage your project better. It also allows you to monitor and adjust your plan as you go, which helps you stay within your timeline and budget. There is a 60-hour required minimum for your project. This includes the 10 hours spent with your field advisor, but not travel time. Remember, you can add, delete, or adjust your categories and tasks to match any changes in your project with each status report. All changes must be recorded in your status reports, but first, please pay attention to the instructions on updating your project tasks and entering in your logged hours, which will eventually be compiled into your status reports.
To update your project tasks and add in your logged hours, please follow these instructions carefully. Under My Project, click on Manage Project Tasks. Select the individual task you want to update. Select Add Work to update each task performed. A minimum of one well-written paragraph is required for the description and reflection. Your description should consist of what you did for that specific task. This should be written in an objective, more factual tone. Your reflection should consist of your thoughts and feelings about that process. This paragraph is written more subjectively, with your own opinions and thoughts of how the process went for you.
The following is an example of tone and content for both the description and the reflection. Let's say your project was to job shadow a dessert chef and create a menu of your own desserts from different parts of the world. You've spent 4 hours already meeting with your field advisor. You've set up a category called Time with your field advisor, and you've created a task named Discussion of Worldly Desserts. Your description might look like the following paragraph. I met with Mr. Pie today, and we discussed 3 types of desserts: the French Normandy apple tart, German chocolate cake, and Italian ice cream. He gave me 3 articles about each dessert, and we read them together. Each article talked about the cultural aspects of each dessert. Then, I took notes on the recipes and baking techniques for each one. Mr. Pie then gave me homework to bake one of these recipes and bring a sample in for our next appointment. Here is an example of what your reflection paragraph might look like. Meeting with Mr. Pie was a great experience. I never knew there was so much work involved in baking. It was interesting to learn about the culture behind these desserts. I was most intrigued with the cultural background behind the Normandy apple tart, in which Normandy is known for its luscious apples and creams. I can't wait to try and bake the Normandy tart for our next appointment. I hope it looks and turns out great. Overall, our first meeting was a success, and I look forward to our next appointment, which we already scheduled for late November.
Notice the difference between the 2 paragraphs. One is objective, while the other is subjective. Each one is reflected on in a personal manner. Remember, you need to log a total of 15 hours for each status report, so you will probably need to log hours in more than one category. After you finish, proofread your work. Then, when you have completed a task, check the box, "This work completes this task." Make sure you save before exiting the screen.
Also, Don't forget to update your budget if necessary. Please listen to the following instructions on how to update your budget. Number 1. Under My Project, click on Manage Project Budget. Click on the individual item. Select Add Spending. Save before you exit. Keep your receipts in a safe place since they are required in the appendix of your portfolio.
The project status report is a compilation of your work completed by a given date. The report gives you the opportunity to adjust your project plan, analyze what you have already done, and raise any issues or concerns that you have about your project. This report also serves as a tool for your advisory teacher by providing information needed to assist you in completing a high-quality project within the allotted time period. 4 status reports are due over the course of the culminating project. Check EdProps for a timeline of the due dates. To complete a status report, the following information is needed: any changes to your project plan, updated work on tasks and/or budget items, activities planned for the next time period, and any issues or concerns that have arisen thus far. The following steps will ensure that your project status reports are completed correctly. Number 1, make sure you have entered and saved all work on tasks for this period, which we just explained how to do. Number 2, under My Project, select the appropriate status report. Number 3, select Answer Questions. Number 4, answer each prompt using proper grammar, spelling, and sentence structure. The task, log, and budget that you just learned how to complete will be inserted automatically when you submit your report. Make sure you revise before you submit. Number 5, click Save before exiting. Number 6, once all answers are saved, click Submit for review. Number 7, you can check to make sure you actually submitted your status report by logging off and then back onto EdProps. The status report should say In Review. If it says In Review, your status report was submitted successfully.
Remember, once a status report is marked complete on EdProps, you will be unable to make any other changes to your entries. Also, copies of your approved status reports are required in your portfolio that will be viewed by panel members during your final presentation. Therefore, make sure you submit high-quality work. Okay, seniors, here are your tasks to accomplish. Number 1, take a look at your EdProps calendar for your status report submit date.
Number 2, log in your hours and write your descriptions and reflections for the appropriate tasks that you have completed.
Number 3, complete the questions for status report number 1.
Number 4, update your budget if necessary.
Number 5, make sure you turn in quality work and save your answers before submission.
That about wraps up this week's CP Access.
Good luck and thank you.
Don't disturb me. I'm watching CP Access. It's my favorite show.
Wait! Baby! My favorite program is CP Access. Which one do you watch? What's the difference between ignorance and apathy?
I don't know.
And I don't care.